What should your coaches look like?
It should look calm.
Sorry?
Calm.
Calm.
Don't be frustrated when things go wrong.
So, how can you connect calm guys to qualities, attitudes, actions? So, if you're calm as a coach, what will that help? And if you think of all the social point of view, when we went through all the different situations with the kids and how they feel at different ages. So, by you being calm, how will that help the player?
Encourage them to make mistakes because they're not going to be scared of an overreaction or negative feedback. So then
Brilliant.
they're going to try.
Anything else, Carlos?
No.
No, that's okay. Yeah.
We kind of like went as a whole and said if you are demanding this of your players, you need to be kind of one step above what you're asking from your athletes. So, you know, you need to be prepared, you need to be on time, you need to make sure they're having fun.
Lead by example.
Yeah.
Have fun, timekeeping, leading by example. Anything else?
And relatability as a coach, so players can feel comfortable talking to you and being around you.
So if you're think about it, if you're a relatable coach, what behaviours can you expect to see from the players then? What action, what attitude?
Similar to what you're showing off.
Yeah. So do you see now, just on that example, how you can contribute and help in influencing the environment you're in, that you're part of, as a coach? Somebody?
I was just going to say, they become better communicators.
Yeah.
So then you can make better connections and deeper connections with them as well.
Excellent. Very good point. Anything else?
The proper technical knowledge and understanding of the game that you can convey to those players themselves, especially the young ones.
Yeah. So at the moment, back home, we're doing a lot of on how to coach over the last couple of years. That questioning approach, Damien will speak about it through games, and we've sort of spent a lot of time on. Let's just say this is question, and this is telling. So we on the what, and this is the how. So here's the how to coach through questioning the process. This is what the coach telling, key factors, technical capacities, etc. We spent a lot of time in the last couple of years down this end. Okay, and as a result then, maybe we've neglected on what to coach down this end. So it's you to be aware as a coach to be able to go up and down that scale. And rather than spending maybe 3 years of your coaching philosophy on questioning the whole time, but yet all the skills are very, very poor, or their understanding of the what, the message you're giving they don't understand. So look at maybe the next, so for 4 weeks we do a bit of questioning, or maybe the next 2 weeks we start with a bit of telling. And then it just goes up and down that sliding scale and being self-reflect. Anything else?
I think just being adaptable, whether that means like changing your session or changing a rule that your team has because it's no longer working, not being set in your ways.
So if you're adaptable as a coach, how will that reflect on your players?
They'll know that you're there for their success, not just to run through your own session or live by your own rules, but you're invested in them and what they can accomplish.
Brilliant. Just conscious of the time. So after us doing what we're after taking you guys through on the journey, this is what we come up with. So anyone that coaches in Leinster, whether it be in the school or the club, this is what we expect from ourselves. That we challenge the players, we empower them, that we're enthusiastic, no shouting or yelling, we don't believe in that. Aura of knowledge and expertise. Some of you have actually have said this. Continuous intensity. We expect high standards in terms of intensity in sessions, which again relates back to the capacities of the player on the physical side about being fit. So as a coach, if we're coaching continuous intensity, how will that impact on the physical development of the player? Constantly changing sessions, variety. So if we're putting the players in different environments every couple of weeks, when they go and play against different teams or different pitches and different, that helps in that area. Knowledge of players, ability to profile. I'll show you the profile now in a sec. Personality, interaction both ways. It all makes sense when you see it and when you talk about it, but do we live it? So, individual player profile. Okay, just to give you an idea in terms of how we judge and measure that player. Can you see that? So this guy we think could be possibly a professional player in the next couple of years. He's actually from Damien's area. His club is Mullingar. So he's an out half. And so we've got a sliding scale of 1 to 8 in terms of what we look at assessment criteria. So you can see the capacities of the player in this side here. Physical, technical, positional. Somebody mentioned the positions there, was very good. Physical side, physical frame for position, physicality in contact situations, etc. If you go through then the tactical side, effective positioning to attack, contact skills as a ball carrier. So I'll speak tomorrow in terms of our philosophy on evasion and the breakdown. That's going to be a very interesting chat, all right, in terms of how we coach. And if you look at the way the clips that we've shown you already, you can see how we're very much big into attacking space, not the face. All right. And then we mark him where we think he's at. And we'll probably go back again, Damien, and have a look at him again in a couple of months, and then we'll say, well, is he going up or down that scale? If so, why? What's going on? Is it a thing? Is it? Then we come back then again. Is it a situation where we're not related to the kid? Is he injured? Is it a physical thing? Etc. Etc. Happy enough? I think. How did your hand up there a while ago? Sorry, I didn't.
No, it was, she covered it, that's great.
Brilliant. Anybody else? Thoughts? I know I've thrown a lot at you. You will get this. I think it was important to take you on that journey. Yeah, sorry.
Does the player participate in it?
Yeah. So the player we'll give this to the player beforehand, and we'll say you mark yourself where you think you're at, and then we'll mark where we think they're at, and then we'll see where the gap is, and that's massively important.
And how often do you find there's a big difference, or do you think that they're on
you see, this is the challenge, because this is the coach-player relationship. We have to challenge ourselves to see what the player sees, rather than to see what we see, and it's a continuum. It's usually 80% accurate. I'll give you an example. A lot of kids that you let go back to your clubs, or if they don't make it to the next stage, and you go to meet them to tell them that, the first thing I will always say, what do you reckon we're going to talk about? And the player 9 out of 10 times will say, I'm not moving on to the next stage. They know themselves. But that feedback, it's a scale. It is something you've got to be very balanced and measured in how you use this. But you do need something. You need some sort of a guide. Yeah.
So who gets an 8?
Who gets an 8? Very, very good question. And again, this is part of our philosophy. What we're always suggesting is 8 is perfection, but we know we're never going to get there, but that's where we strive to. So rather than saying you all need to go 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, and it's not good enough if you're not at 8, we know we're not going to be perfect. But perfectionism in our ideal is our philosophy and how we coach in terms of the technical, physical side, if that makes sense. But we know the player will never get 8, and they know they'll never get 8, but it's about them being the best versions of themselves and performing to the best to their ability. And we're the same as ourselves as coaches. We're very, very much similar on that and how we judge and measure ourselves together. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're always moving towards it.
Yeah, knowing that you're never going to get there, but that's the standard. Because you've got to set standards. And we'll talk about that tomorrow as well, and how we coach and what we coach and what's acceptable and what's not.
Do the pros get rated like this as well?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. We would have that, like the pros would be more one-on-ones. They watch video work, they watch them and then they give themselves feedback, and then it's more continuous. The pros are out the whole time. Happy enough?
Thanks, guys. No doubt you'll hear a lot more. Out, turn left, grab a coffee. There's coffee and snacks. The other group finished.